Hey there, everyone. Are you looking to take your artwork to the next level? You want to transform it into something of otherworldly design, like you in some psychedelic universe? Well, good news for you. We're going to be taking a look on actually how to do that today in Krita. Welcome to the Digital Paul Workshop. It is I, the liquefied tool that blends your photo beyond recognition. Techno Meow Tinkerer. Let's log on in. So those of you who's been familiar with my channel probably know of my time-lapse shorts where I do speed or do drawings, and I did a My Little Pony Digimon crossover, and I brought Falcomon over from one of those to be our guinea pig, even though he's technically a bird, but I do not know what the bird equivalent of a guinea pig is in experiments. But beside that, let's get on here, Krita. Where to find the transform tool is up here at the top. Is right here is the transform tools beside the move tool and the multi-brush tool. And so you want that, so you want to select that. Now one of the things you want to make sure is you have the tool options, or at least I recommend you have the tool options open. And to get that, you just come up here to settings, dockers, and then tool option. This will give you a lot of the controls for your transform tool. Now the default one is the free transform. This one does your normal, well, like if you're outside the box, it's the rotation. If you're inside the box, it's the move tool. If you grab one of these little squares, it's where it allows you to stretch or squish. The one right here on the corner lets you do either one, but if you hold down the shift key, it keeps everything proportional. Now if you just come up here on the line, you get these little double arrows going in different directions, and these will let you manipulate it this way, where you kind of give it a slant. Some of the other features in here, this controls the pivot point. So right here you get a pivot point. So right now it's in the center. If I put it over here, it moves it there, so then I can move it like that. Another thing you got is down here at the bottom, down here, come on, scroll, there you go. You got your flips and rotations, so I can flip it horizontally, vertically. Well, that's the horizontal, this is the vertical flip. And you got your rotations. They're the same things that are right up here, the image. Come down here, the rotate, and your mirror, and that sort of stuff. And of course, you got your layer where you can come over here, and you can actually transform right here on the layer, mirror layer, rotate, shear layer, that form of stuff. And then that's why we're still at the layer. You also got your transform. I never had to use all of this. Just usually this layer here, most time it's one of these I have to use, or this. So you can see rotate right, rotate left. Come on. Okay, that's right, I gotta select it. There we go. So we'll go back to our top here. Well, that's right, I gotta rotate you and then hit enter. Enter allows you to I don't know what you call it. It makes, let's see, enter applies the transformation. This one here is the perspective. This I've used a lot on most of my olive thumbnails to try to create that distance of a timeline type thing going on, and especially with my perspective one, or not perspective but parallax, to give the illusion of layers. And so it lets you kind of just grab one of these corners and manipulate them in different ways, so I can make Falcomon look like he's going in that distance, or have him coming down, have this come down and this come up, so it makes it look like he's traveling that way. Or we can come back and we can do the old Star Wars, the galaxy far, far away type thing. So, and basically it's got some of the same controls here as the free transform. Now if you don't hit enter to apply, you can, if you click on one of the others, it's going to automatically default it back to its original form. This one I've used on occasion, the what's called the mesh, the warp. It's called the warp one. And you can add more subdivides if you want to, depending on how crazy you want to get. I've never really gotten too crazy with this one, but it lets you kind of just come in and you can kind of manipulate different sections of the picture based on ever how many, I don't know what you call it, quadrants or vectors or sections. Of course, we're grabbing instead of moving everything around. The next one we'll look at is this one. This is the cage. This one allows you to basically freely draw one around your object. And let's get on there. Now I'm going to show you something right real quick. You want to be careful when you do this, because I purposely gone in here because I want to show you something why you want to be careful when you do this. Because you can see I can sit here and I can kind of manipulate it. But right here, you see how it separates? That's why you want to be careful, because it will separate. It only does what's on the inside of it. So we can get in here and really give Falcomon a very unique look. The next one is this liquefy. Now this one to me acts like a smudge tool, so I can come in here and you can see it does a little bit based on the amount you got. But if I come in here and really do it, so if I come down here and move back and give him a really big mouth, and we come cut you down just a little bit, and just to show you some of the craziness that you can kind of get from just doing this. Like I said, it reminds me of a smudge or smear type tool. Last one here is this one. This is the mesh. This one I can see being used for banners. You can kind of come in here and give it, well, let's actually do it this way. Let's make it look like he's a flag that has been blowing in the air. Kind of come on down, you know. And of course you can add more columns and rows so you can kind of change some of the this. This is not that much different from the warp one, except for it allows you to really kind of curve some of the stuff around a bit. Now, yeah, there's one last little thing I want to come over. You can kind of also do it with these marquee tools. So like if you just simply grab a marquee, you can then do the transform and manipulate that. So that will come in handy, especially if you want to do a specific, like if I get in here, I want to, let's see, you think this is the one I want. Let me unselect all of that. And you kind of come in here, you want to do like a little free draw around the wing. And we'll just do our transform. It's Control T if you want to know the keyboard shortcut. And like if I move the anchor point there, and if I was doing animation, I could just have a floating wing. I know I'm not, I got to really get in there, and it probably would have been better to use this marquee one. And that's just some ways you can transform your image in Krita. You can use this tool in multiple ways, especially if you merge layers, if you want to do it that way. Or you can just pinpoint certain elements and use it to help animate it like the still life of the moving arms and stuff. And if you like my content, you can go to these websites right here to support me in different ways. Links also in the description, as well as like, subscribe, and share this content with anyone you think might find it interesting. Now, if you are looking at wanting to create animation, especially using just standard static imagery, I suggest you check out my video on how to create animation, where I go through and cover how you can create a stunning frame by frame animation. And you can use those tools and combine with these tools to do those little moving pictures. And until next time, have a nice day.